Hello, Physio practice owners. If you want to know some real world examples of irresistible offers that created a wait list of patients, this is the episode for you. Hello, and welcome to today's episode. It's a very powerful one. It's called Real World Examples of Offers that created a wait list of patients. Now, this episode that we are just about to have a conversation over is one in a series of episodes when it comes to creating really powerful or irresistible offers to your patients, right? So if you have experience in creating some great offers and getting some great results and you want to know a little bit further, keep listening. But it'll be helpful for you to go back and literally a few episodes back in this series and listen to the other episodes that are all about getting the right offer in front of your patients, how to create them, how to come up with that, and then obviously shining that in front of that new patient that you're trying to attract. All right. So if you haven't watched that, I'd encourage you to go watch that first to get a real idea of how you can do that for yourself in a lot more detail. But in this episode, we are going to be talking about some offers that some of our practices have used that have literally brought in hordes of new patients and created some wait lists, right? Which is what every practice really is looking to achieve. If you have a wait list, even if somebody cancels, you can literally give them a call and fill that spot pretty quickly, all right? So what we're just about to show is, one incredibly powerful way that, firstly, how to create it. And we're going to be create an offer that is, and we're going to be having a look at exactly why that particular offer worked. So you can get a better idea, or I start to think in terms of maybe how you can do something similar for your practice, for your particular type of patients you're trying to attract, right? So let's get into it. Here's the first offer. It's an unconditional offer. So what we're going to be covering today is two types of offers. There's an unconditional offer, which is the most powerful kind of offer you can create, right? It's the easiest to understand, the least complicated, and the one that is in the most favor of the patient. Therefore, it's the most powerful. I will be talking about a conditional offer a bit later on as well. Still powerful if you're done correctly. So this particular unconditional guarantee, let me read it out to you first. It is, if you don't feel an improvement after your first visit, it's on us, plus a full review of your treatment plan, no cost to you. All right. So let me read that out again. If you don't feel an improvement after your first visit, it's on us, plus a full review of your treatment plan, no cost to you. All right. Now, let me talk about what are the little components that is in this particular guarantee, why it's a powerful one. All right. Now, when you read it, it creates trust immediately, right? Because you basically have a practice who's putting themselves basically on the line, and it's a fairly big promise, right, for the patient, and it creates a lot of trust because there is very little financial risk for the patient. All right. They are in full control of the experience. They can come into the practice, have an appointment, but if they don't feel an improvement in that first visit, they have a chance to claim back the money full, right? And get a treatment plan for free, essentially, right? No cost to them. So they basically can get 2 free appointments by coming to this particular, taking advantage of this offer. And you're going to ask yourself a question, I know. What if people claim on this? All right. What if too many people claim on it? Well, the reality of a great offer is you're going to have some people who's going to claim on the offer. That is going to happen. That's inevitable, right? But on the flip side of the equation, you're going to have a lot more people taking up the offer because of the actual offer, right? So you're going to have a lot more people coming into the practice purely because of the offer. And what you'll find, the number of people that are coming into the practice because of the offer will far outweigh the number of people who are actually claiming on it, right? So the overall effect for you, right, the net effect will be higher in terms of new patients, revenues, profits, etc. You're going to have a lot more people coming in, right? Just expect that with a great offer, you're going to have people claiming on it. You've got to be okay with that. That's a part of the game, right? So with this one, like I mentioned, it creates immediate trust because there's no risk for the patient to come and actually have a go with the practice, actually come and see them. And it's a good one because it promises a follow-up straight away as well, increases trust by doing that as well. So this is the full review of your treatment plan, not just, you're just coming in for the initial treatment, there's no improvement, but they are really coming to your practice because they want to get better, right? And they're going to get that plan for free next time as well. So they're basically getting 2 chances. The practice is giving 2 chances to get this right as well, all right? Now, if you really think about that part of the equation, that's going to attract the right patients, the people who really want to get better. They're looking for a solution. They're looking to come and see a physio. This is the practice for them. They know, well, firstly, they are very confident they can get me improvement after the first session, right? If not, I'll get my money back. Great. But I want to get better. So they're going to give me a follow-up treatment plan, review of that treatment plan for free as well. People who are wanting to get better, the right patients they're going to see this offer as something really powerful, right? And because if you have a look at it, it screams the kind of care and the lengths that that practice is willing to go to give the highest level of patient care. They are saying, as a practice, we are willing to put ourselves on the line to make sure that you get to your goal. All right, that's why it's a very, very powerful offer. Okay, so like I mentioned, why does it work? All right, because it addresses the waste of money straight away. A lot of patients they're happy to spend the money, but they're a little bit nervous because they don't really know if they're going to get the result. In this particular guarantee, they know if they don't get an immediate result, some sort of improvement, they get their money back. Plus, they can keep going with the plan for free, right? The follow-up treatment, that is. So, there's no risk for them. It addresses wasting of money immediately, right? It gives you more credibility, right? And it works, like I mentioned. They know they want to get better, but they don't know, I guess, where to go to. And they see this offer and go, you know what? I need this service. So this is something that I can at least trial. That patient's a little bit hesitant. This goes, you know what? I got nothing to lose here. I get my money back and a free treatment plan. Let's have a go at it. It just takes that little barrier away from taking that extra step for that new patient, because there's a trial component in it. All right. And one of the biggest things is it was very unique in that area. All right. It's very different from the other practices in the area. So it just made it a no-brainer. All right. All of a sudden, this new patient or bunch of new patients didn't see this practice as just another physio practice. They saw this practice as somebody who was really willing to put themselves on the line, and deeply care about the patient to make sure they get them to where they want to get to. All right. It's very different in that sense. So that's a very powerful unconditional offer that one of our practices that we work with had, and they literally exploded with that. Okay. Another one is called, so actually let's have a look at a conditional guarantee now. So conditional guarantee is, if you want to look at an unconditional guarantee, you add a couple of conditions to it. So it's not as powerful, but like I said, if you do this correctly, if you really know what your patients are looking for, you can create some incredibly powerful conditional guarantees. All right. This is really good for promoting programs. All right. And this one, because we have one of our clients who have a 6-week program to get people better to a certain state for sport, right? So this is one of the guarantees that really, really work to get those new patients in. All right. Here's a guarantee. The guarantee is, if you are not fully recovered after our 6-week program, we'll give you your money back. Let me read that again. If you are not fully recovered after our 6-week program, we'll give your money back. All right. Now think about it. Anyone who's looking to, in this case, if you're a sports person and you want to get back into playing sport to whatever level you want to, this gives them a really, really clear indication that firstly, this practice must be really good, all right? Because they're willing to put their entire revenue for the whole 6 weeks on the line to get better. And they will know any practice, if they want to stay a practice moving forward, obviously making money, they don't want to give their money back, which means the program must be really, really strong. But if it doesn't work for me, I can get my money back. All right. So why does it work? This particular one. In this one, you can see, there's a few components. There's a very specific measurable time frame. So 6 weeks. They got 6 weeks. Okay. And there's a measurable goal, which is fully recovered. They want to be fully recovered to, where they want to get to. There's obviously a timeline like we talked about. It encourages the commitment. But once again, it encourages the right kind of patient. For you to be committed, for any patient to take advantage of this offer, they need to be going through the 6-week program. All right. Now, typically, those are the people who are pretty serious about getting better. In this instance, it was, right? They're very serious about getting better to get to that certain stage they want to get to in their sporting journey. So, not only does it encourage commitment from the patient, but it only attracts the right kind of patient. If they're not really in it to get better, they're not going to go through a 6-week program, right? So it only attracts the right people. It's a big, big thing, right? Because the wait list was pretty big. At that point, they can pick and choose the patients that they want to put through this guarantee in the program, right? Because you have so many people coming in, you have the power to pick the patients you want to put through it. In other words, increase the odds, right? And it'll help you obviously with lowering the number of claims because you're a bit more certain that this patient is going to go through it, right? But it'll also help because the practice will go through this program a lot with the patients. They'll get to know what they need to improve on to keep making the offer even stronger as well. All right, so it gave this practice a chance to choose which patients to put through the program, which is a very powerful thing if you really think about it, right? If you have a wait list of patients that, for that program, the number of spots are limited compared to what's actually coming in, that's a powerful position to be in, right? You can literally choose the best patients from that, which strengthens your overall profile of your practice. You can get better reviews, better testimonials, stronger program because you can pick and choose your patients. It's a very powerful way, right? And obviously in this one, it's a full money back guarantee as well, all right? Now, let me tell you, when they first put this offer out or when they wanted to, before they put the offer out, they were very uncomfortable, all right? It's a big, big deal. Think about a 6-week program, full money back. That's like zero revenue, obviously. There's no revenue in that 6 weeks if somebody claims it. So you want to be really sure, all right, that what you're doing in this 6-week program is on point so they do recover. What it does, it just elevates the standard of the practice. All right, great offers elevate the standards of the practice. And that's exactly what it did. It got stronger and stronger. The program got even more because how the guarantee was created. So they had no choice but to get better because they didn't want to give money back. Obviously, there's some of them that did not get full recovery, and that's okay. That's part of the game, right? But it's the number of patients you get that will increase because of the offer. So what are some other ways that this guarantee really, really works? Like I talked about, they wanted to fill the books for this 6-week program and they got more than what they wanted, right? They got the kind of patients that they wanted. Not only that, they got to pick and choose, right? And because of the way it's set up, 6-week program, right? The right people, the right patients came in, right? Because they have to have commitment for 6 weeks. So they got to be serious about this, at least the time sacrifice they're making, right? What this does overall as well is it's a big benefit to the patient. Obviously, you're going to get them in, but it really raised the standards of delivery for the practice because the offer is very, very strong. Okay. So think about how you can do the same for your practice when you create an offer. All right. Think about creating offers in helping the practice raise the standards. because when you do that, you're automatically incredibly attractive to the patients, straight up. All right. And you can come up with stronger and stronger offers because the way you're delivering becomes better over time. Okay. So I hope that was useful. If it was, there's lots of content like this, podcasts, articles, things to download. Head to our website, physiomarketing.co. Like I said, there's plenty of things like this. But if you want help from somebody who is an expert in the physio practice world and helping them scale to the next level, feel free to book a call with us. Go to our website, physiomarketing.co, book a call. Other than that, thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.